Hello guys, it is I, Gauze, and today we're going to be looking at an automatic wool farm. So as of 1.14, dispensers can use shears. This is how this farm will work. Automatic wool farms are very useful for free blocks. Basically when you shear the sheep, you get wool, and you can have several different colors. The 16 different colors in Minecraft, so you can have basically 16 different colored blocks. And this will run while you are AFK at all times. To show off the farm really quick, I'm going to put a sheep in here and you'll see what happens. Okay, so as you see, the sheep ate the grass and then he was sheared immediately. So how this farm works is there is an observer staring at the grass block that is placed below the sheep. Once the sheep decides to eat, the observer notices a status update in this block and sends a redstone signal back into this dispenser, which in turn shears the sheep. Now with this, you obviously would like to have some more grass that connects up, because that's pretty much how the farm works. If you don't have grass, then the sheep will not be able to eat, and then he'll never get sheared again. So let's look at how to make the farm. These are the items you will need to construct this farm. You will need one observer, one dispenser, redstone dust, a shears, minecart with a hopper, one rail, a chest, a hopper, some building blocks, a sheep, some more building blocks, and grass. You have to have grass to grow, as I said before. Today I'm going to start with the collection system. To start with your collection system, you want to go ahead and dig down. Since this farm is built off of grass growing, you want to build it close to the grass. I built that as an example because then you can see it more, honestly. But this one, you really want the grass to be able to grow, and you probably don't want to have to be building grass blocks up because that looks pretty bad. So we're going to build down one. We're going to place a chest. We're going to put a hopper facing into that chest. Then we're going to put a rail on top of the hopper, a minecart on top of the hopper, a hopper minecart on top of the rail, and then a grass block right above that hopper minecart. How this is set up, this will be the block that the sheep stands on. So the sheep will eat this block, they will be sheared, the wool will land on this block, and because of how hopper minecarts work, hopper minecarts can pick up blocks from a space of block. So basically when there's a block above this, it can pick up blocks through blocks. So it will pick it up, and then it will immediately go into this hopper, which will go into this chest. Now let's work on the farm. What you're going to want to do first is place an observer facing towards this block. It has to be level with it so they can see the status change. Next, you're going to want to place a dispenser right above that observer. Behind both of these two blocks, you want to place a building block, a solid building block behind the observer, and then place a redstone dust on top of that block. What's going to happen here, as I stated, what's going to happen here is once the sheep eats this block, the observer will see the block change and then send a redstone pulse back into this block, which will send a pulse into this dust and then send a pulse into the dispenser, telling the dispenser to dispense whatever's inside of it. We will put shears inside of it eventually, but I'm not going to do that right now. So now we want a way to contain the sheep that we're going to put in here. I like to use glass because I think glass looks nice, but you can really use any blocks that won't go away. Once you have finished with your building blocks, you want to go ahead and get a sheep in here. Now, probably the easiest way is to do it with wheat and survival, but since we're here, I'm just going to spawn one in there. So now the sheep will sit in here forever. We can put the shears in it, and once this sheep decides to eat the grass, whenever it gets hungry, I guess, you just take your time and whenever it gets hungry, I guess, you just, oh, there it goes right now. So you see, so the dispenser, so the observer saw this block change, sent the pulse in here, then which sent the pulse to the dispenser, which used the shears on the sheep. So the sheep has now been sheared, and we have 2 more wool. Now you can put a top on this, it doesn't really matter. Technically, you can put a slab on it as well if you wanted to tile it. Typically when I build these farms in survival world myself, I'll tile it and I'll make multiple, oops, oh no. So as I said, I'll make multiple pens, most likely 16, so I can have every single color of wool. Now to do that, it's really quite simple. You just want to set up the exact same thing for as many sheep that you have and many different colors of wool you have. Same thing here, you can kind of just tile it back with the observers facing that block, and then the dispenser facing this block, and make sure that you have a shears in there, because the sheep will not be sheared and you won't get the wool unless you have the shears in there. That's really important, so make sure you have those in there. But basically you can just continue to do this, and you could set up this for each and every one, or you could set up a whole minecart track. That's pretty much it for the farm. They're quite simple. Automatic sheep farms are actually really useful, because wool is one of those really useful items that you kind of want to have a lot of. You can make beds, you can just have lots of building blocks because they have several different colors, or you can make lots of different banners, and all of these come in separate colors. So if you want to have all those, you should definitely build one of these in your world. They're really useful, and they're really simple to set up as long as you have an access to dispensers, which do require bows. So that's really the only thing. You kind of need a lot of string for it. So yep, if you liked this video or it helped you out in any ways, please make sure to leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. It really helps me out. And maybe take a look to subscribing. If you don't, that's okay, it's not that big of a deal. But anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Gauze. Everybody go have a good day, you know.